story on the coal mining decision. Mr. Anil Agarwal of Vedanta now joins us on the phone line. Mr. Agarwal, thank you so much for joining in. What have you made of the new methodology of commercial mining being announced? What kind of implications does this have when companies would like yours be participating in commercial mining?
Yeah, first of all, I must congratulate our Prime Minister and Piyush Goyal to taking such a bold step to open up this commercial mining of the coal. And this is a phenomenal step in the right direction because India has one of the largest reserves of coal in the world. And is a major fuel for our country. And this step, only thing which is very important, that we should be very right, that it should go in the right direction, but require a lot of investment.
Okay.
A lot of investment. And I'm looking the large mining company to come. The large mining company does not come to India. That's what my worry all the time. So they have to come out of two things. One is that the clearances should be as quick as possible, and number two, they should not be revenue minded, because if they become a revenue minded, then it becomes very unattractive and it does not work.
No, Mr. Agarwal, if I can sorry to interrupt. If you can clarify, when you mean large mining companies, are you referring to the global mining majors? Are you referring to Indian companies who might be sort of participating in the mining process? Can you clarify that, please?
Yeah, I'm looking at the large mining companies, BHP, Rio, Glencore. They are the major players, and they have the technology. AngloAmerican, they have the technology. As you know, that I have a 21% stake in Anglo, and I believe that they will all be very keen to invest in India. And India is on the move. With this kind of opening up, will give definitely very boost for open up and more investment to come.
Okay, so specifically for you, sir, what does this mean? Would you be in enhancing your investment plans? Will you be taking part in the auction process? I mean, principally speaking, I obviously don't want to get into specifics.
Yeah, I have always said that the above the ground, you can only get the food or the clothing. But if you want to eradicate poverty, you have to go below the ground. And the Mother Earth, in the most sustainable manner, whether it is a coal or gold or oil, we are the resource-based country. And this is the right direction to open up coal. And as you know, the Coal India has done phenomenally well. Partha Bhattacharya, and his time, he has taken the company for the public, and the response which we got all over the world, the way the response has come, I believe when this will open up more and more, this is the right direction. I don't know much, but I know the opening up coal is a long due, and it is in the right direction.
Mr. Agarwal, they had first talked about this last year and in principle given it an approval. Now they have some modalities in place, sir. What do you think is critical to ensure that the private guys come in? Because, in India, there's many a slip between the cup and the lip. Are there any policies that you'd advise them to stay away from to ensure that there is a level playing field between Coal India and players such as yours that may want to come in?
Yeah, I'm definitely looking very much self-certification. So there should be one window clearance, and there should be very good platform for the due diligence and the data room, and they should do the roadshow. They should do the roadshow going to all these large companies and selling that what India is offering. And definitely is very important because the largest employment is the mining sector and the coal mining. So I'm looking forward. Of course, Vedanta will be very keen, but other companies to come forward.
Sir, you made a comment in one of your earlier answers to Harsha saying that you hope that the government will not be revenue-minded. What do you mean by that, sir? You're advising against very aggressive auctions, perhaps, or did you have something else in mind?
Yeah, exactly. But once you create tremendous competition, then the large company take the back seat. I believe the revenue sharing should not be above 30-40%. And I've seen in the past it has gone to 80-90%, and none of the mine has opened. So we have to create a frame where, because this is not a short term, it is a very long term, and billions of dollar investment would be required, and we have to come out of the frame. So we do our own feasibility and understand that unless the large player comes, and large players will not come if you create too much of competition. So we have to work. At this point of time, let's stop here. That is a very good direction, and I really congratulate the government what they have done.
Mr. Agarwal, one last question. So
once I study the whole thing, I will look forward coming back to you.
Okay, just one last question, Mr. Agarwal, for you and your group here. We know you're bidding for some of the stressed assets. Now you have this opportunity. Do you feel your group as a whole has a sort of opportunity to go end to end in the whole metal mining space now in India?
Yeah, I'm not looking end to end, but definitely coal is one which is a fundamental for the metal producing, and it is a fundamental, and we are looking how import of coal should be stopped. That's very, very fundamental because we have a huge base of coal.
Right.
So this is a very good direction. End to end, definitely to help, but it is a separate business center.
Okay.
As a coal production.
Mr. Agarwal, thank you so much indeed for joining us today with your perspective. That's Anil Agarwal, Chairman of Vedanta, talking about the implications that this or the government's move to announce the new modalities for commercial coal mining that will have on the industry. Players like him and global majors he expects will come and participate in the auction process.